back. This is going to be the part 2 of how to perfect your Riven. Now, the way we're going to do this is now I will tell you all the combos, all the things you need to know in laning phase, and all the important stuff about Riven. Like I said before, this is the standard rune page. Do not believe anything else. I'm telling you this is the best, so take this. The Nimbus Cloak is too overpowered, and the Gathering Storm especially helps no matter what elo you climb in, because League of Legends solo queue fucking sucks. And people will always goddamn run it down. So, the longer the game goes, the stronger you will get, and it's perfect. Alright, first things first, I want to teach you a Riven mechanic that no one's ever heard of in their entire lives. This is called the Gal mechanic. It's something I invented that you have never seen. And if you have seen, you're lying. The way you want to do this is you want to walk like this in laning phase into this bush right here. This one.
Light is coming.
This bush. And the way it's gonna happen is you're gonna sit here until 45 seconds and just not move. You're just gonna chill in this bush like here. Just chill.
The dawn is coming.
And let's assume this is a Darius on the enemy team. Right here. Whoops, I teleported. That's fine. Right here. The minions are gonna get to half HP. You're gonna queue once. You're gonna queue a second time, and on the third time you're gonna walk to a minion, queue them, auto them, and walk back. And look at your queue, 4 seconds, and look at your conqueror. And then you walk back in with Nimbus Cloak, chase them with another full combo, and you will end up doing over 900 damage. With your conqueror stacked with a full second combo and ignite. That is the most important combo of all League of Legends that I invented. I have gotten many first bloods on this. You can see it on my Twitch chat, on my stream, that how many first bloods that I get like this all the time. No one has heard about this. No one knows about this.
This world balances on the edge of my blade.
Like I said, the way you want to max your abilities is Q into W, E, and then into whatever you think is strong. Are you trying to one-shot your laner? Then I will go W. Are you trying to chase them or run them after, like a Quinn? Then I will just E. Are you trying to kill them instantly with one combo like Darius? You will go W first. Now you will build the items, the proper build, of course, like I always mentioned.
The dawn will triumph.
And now we'll talk about how to play Riven. Now, there's a few ways to do this. If you're back in laning phase and you're just farming, you can just split push. I recommend taking Hullbreaker if you want to just commit to split pushing. It's really strong. But let's say right now it's the Elder Dragon. The Elder Dragon has spawned.
Together, we will humble the universe.
Let's say this is the Elder Dragon. And now, this is the enemy team. This is the enemy team. And this is your team. There it is. This is your team. This is the enemy team. And you have no engaged champs. There's a few ways to play defense. You can sit back to your lane, your ADC and your mages like this, and make sure they never die, and they might just do all the work for you. But second of all, the other thing you can do is a few different flashy combos on Riven. The first one is a Q out of range of anyone seeing you, another Q into ER slash Q into an engage of W. That's a very handy combo, especially when the enemies are grouped for no reason, like right here, as you can see. Q, Q, and you can literally start off a whole engage and kill almost everyone, especially instantly. But let's say you do not want to engage for your team, and you're looking to one-shot the ADC. If this is the ADC, I will try and walk behind here, and I will be like this. That is called the flash double cast R2 combo. The way it works is, if you know about the normal double cast, which is, because you cannot press W and Q together. Look what will happen if I press them at the same time. You see? There's a small delay that makes it quite annoying to use. Now,
He will kneel before the light.
if you do E WQ, it will go instantly. Look. Do you see that? If I just press WQ, do you see the delay, the difference? Exactly. So EWQ is the way to do it. You can even waver an auto inside like this to get even more damage. Look at that. Perfect. And now you want to combine that with your ult, because you can do ER and it will cancel your ulti animation. Instead of standing in place like this, you will do this. And you will cancel the ult. So now you will be pressing ER WQ. And that will become that. This becomes harder and harder. And this is why Riven is considered a hard champ. Because there's another layer to it. If they're all the way there and you can't reach them because they're playing smart, you will need to do ER W flash Q. And you need to do it so fast so it actually gets the damage. But then you can take it a step further. You can do ER flash Q. There, even I fucked it up. I made a mistake there. Let's try it again. You can do ER flash Q auto into wind slash and then another Q. That is a really, really hard combo, but it's the best one for one-shotting a late game, one champion specifically. Now we'll talk about the more standard Riven combos that everyone has to know to play this champ, or she's useless. Auto, Q, auto, Q, auto, Q. It's the slow combo. And look at the DPS difference between this and this.
False freedom.
Auto, Q, auto, Q, auto, Q. 950 DPS. Now look at this. 1500 DPS. That is 600 more damage. And the way it works is that you auto Q and you press walk to here, to on the other side. Look at my walk where I press. I press right here. Auto Q and I press here. Auto Q, I press here. And when you do it really fast, it looks like this. And then maximizes your damage output by 1,000,000%. For this, I recommend binding your auto attack move to click, because you can auto attack on your left button and you can walk with your right button, which makes it so much easier.
Drive them into the light.
It's not something many people know about, but it's definitely very handy. Now, another combo you should think about, and that is a combo you should be using versus Fiora's to negate W, a combo you should be using against Tryndamere to negate Tryndamere ulti. If you don't want your opponent, if your opponent is on like 1 HP, like this guy, and he has like Tryndamere ult, the way you can do it is W, Q, auto. And that would make it so there's a chain CC of 1.5 seconds with your WQ. But remember, you cannot W auto Q, because that has a delay. You'll have to Q, Q into W, Q. And that gives you a 1.5-second delay. I've gotten many solo kills unexpectedly on Tryndamere's and Fiora's because they can never get their W off, and it's very surprising because you get stunned for 1.5 seconds, which is something no one's used to against Riven.
Unbreakable.
Another important combo you should know is engaging fights over towers if you want to dive. That is number 1. That is number 2. You want to be using your Q, and you want to be in a way where you can creep through turret. So you want to be E and flashing into the spot and then queuing over. That's number 1. How do you place vision in League of Legends? If you're in laning phase and you're at 2.5 minutes into the game, I recommend placing a ward here if you are blue side. I recommend placing a ward here if you're red side. And I recommend this the most.
From true conviction, radiance.
This is something you can win your entire game
I
off
am the
instantly.
conquering
Do you want to
light.
see something cool? How I win a whole League of Legends
Despair
game
is the
in
color
20
of
seconds?
darkness.
Look, it's really fun.
The dawn comes for everyone.
Let's say my laner is playing Malphite. Whatever, the lane is just farming. We're gonna farm. We're gonna play it slow. I'm never gonna be able to kill him unless he walks right here, and then I'll kill him. But that's not gonna happen in my elo. So you farm, and then you notice that the enemy bot lane is entering from here, which means they leashed him. And you look at it, it's a Kha'Zix, it's a Nidalee, it's a Diana. You get very, very happy. Yeah? Because you're gonna push. You're just gonna keep slow pushing. You're gonna push another wave.
Order offers
Just
sanctuary.
stacking the wave one after another. This. Imagine the enemy laner is hitting the minions, so it doesn't push this fast. But you need to stack 3 waves like this.
He seeks annihilation.
And now here's the thing with stacking 3 waves. You might think, oh, I know this. It's a 3-wave crash cheese, right? To get a D-blade or a longsword, extra item in lane. I'm so smart. No, everyone knows this. That's useless. But you can't do it.
There is
Because
death
after you
within
crash the 3 waves, is walk down here, and they will be on red buff at the exact same time you finish your 3rd wave after hard shooting it. You will walk here, and they will be on red buff, and you will.
Your confidence trembles.
This will one-shot almost every jungler that is not a tank jungler like Zac. If you can do this, you instantly win your jungler's lane. You get a solo kill. Everyone tilts. The enemy lane jungler tilts, and then it's a fucking win game from there.
Make firm your resolve.
Now, let's talk about wall hops. As you are aware, wall hops like this are possible. Pretty standard and easy. But do you notice how I have to line myself up every time? That takes an extra second you don't want to be wasting. Let's say there's an enemy there. I can Q, and I don't even have to look at the wall. I can just look at them. Do you see?
My
Here,
blade,
look again.
my
Q,
promise.
Q, and I don't have to look at the wall. If I hover my mouse on them, it will target them. Now the other way to do wall hops is to just E to make sure you get into position no matter what. There's harder wall hops like this one here.
Order
Practice.
and virtue guide my
That
blade.
take pixel perfect positioning. Maybe I can get it right here. Oh, that was a good one. There we go. As you can see, pixel perfect wall hop. It's a very hard wall hop to do. You can pretty much wall hop over this wall, this wall,
We fight as one.
this wall, this wall, this wall, here as well, and here as well. You can wall hop over everything in League of Legends. I recommend practicing the Kinaski combo if you're trying to learn Riven a few times. But I will give some general top laner
I will
tips
light
as
the
a challenger
sky
top
with my
laner.
blade.
If you're trying to win your game, make sure you can have vision on jungler. I recommend if you have the wave push to get vision here. It gives you a lot of intel, because the way it works is after you see the jungler kill their last camp, they will either recall, go back to bot lane, or not recall and try and invade this top area or gank. So that will give it a lot of information to your team. Another thing I recommend as a top laner is to make sure you prioritize the towers. If you see your laner roaming, just ping like this. Like this. Don't ping like this. Because no one in fucking God knows where cares about your pings when you ping them like this. People only care if you ping them like this.
I will bind them
Ping
all.
on top of them. Always, if they're roaming. And if you can trade, if you can think you can trade, like let's say the wave is here, and you think you can trade 2 tower plates for a roam, even if there might be a pentakill down there, you trade those 2 plates. Because most often than not, your team will not int, and you will get a head on gold, which is a big deal on Riven because she's such a snowball champ. And that's why everyone hates her. Now,